Hi everyone, this is Karen Elaine, and I found these little boxes on Instagram. Of course, they go fast forward, they're very fast, but I had to watch one several times to get this. But I wanted to do a video while I still remember how to fold it, and I think these are amazing little gift boxes. You can see they kind of fold up beautifully and they close beautifully. I don't know how the other creators put theirs together, but I have some fun little ways to make this a really fun box. So it's a gift box. I don't know who designed it, but I'm going to show you how I folded it. All right, so let's get started. What you're going to need is a 30-centimeter piece of paper, double-sided preferably. You need it to be 90 pound or less, like a little heavier weight than regular weight paper. So it needs to be just slightly heavier, not cardstock, but usually double-sided papers are a little heavier. Just check the GSM when you're ordering your paper, because anything really heavy like this one here was 180 GSM. It was a little harder to fold, but it really came out nice. It was just harder to fold. And this one is made out of, this is 80, I believe 80 GSM, and or what, I don't remember, 80 pound. Anyway, it's thinner, but it's still held up really well. And I actually really like this. It's just a little simpler to fold and still very sturdy. And I want to show you how it looks on the inside. But anyway, this is it. I put two strings on there, maybe a little too much, but there it is on the inside. So I'm going to show you how to fold these. First thing you do is you need to decide which side you want your paper, your inside, and what you want your outside. I kind of want my outside to be the plain, so that when you open it up, you'll get this really nice surprise. First thing you're going to do is fold it diagonally from point to point. And this one is not a perfect square, I can see. It's got a little funny edge, but I hope that doesn't cause a problem. You can see this paper was not cut perfectly square. It might be a little wonky, but let's just keep going and see what happens. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to fold it point to point here again. Same thing. It's not totally lining up. I don't know why. Maybe this paper just isn't made square. So there it is. And let's just see what happens. Okay. Normally, though, I would be correcting it and I'd cut it in my paper cutter, but it's not that far off, so it should be okay. So I'm going to fold this point to the center crease. This one goes to the center crease like this. And you want to turn it over or turn it around and fold this next point to that center crease. Now, actually, you don't need to open it up. You can just fold it straight to that same center crease that you just folded the other piece to. And if it gets a little thick, use a folding tool to get that crease nice and sharp. Fold the next piece up just to meet the other one. And now you can unfold it, but just kind of unfold it to this place here. Now this is the part that it took me a little while to figure out. What you're going to need to do is this corner right here, this corner on this side needs to meet this corner on right up here. You can see the crease, this little spot right here. So I'm going to just take that corner, bring it over to that spot, and now I'm going to crease it. Took me just a little bit, so don't worry if it takes you a little bit. And this is how it will look. Open it up and take this corner and bring it to this space, this spot right here. Just bring it on over there, line it up, and then crease. Now you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we just did it on this side. I'm going to turn it over or around, and I'm going to do it the same thing. This corner goes to that crease, or that little, I've got to make sure, there it is, and crease it. And then do the same thing on this next right side. This goes to that. Just that corner meets this intersection right here. And then crease it. Okay, that was the hardest part, or the weirdest part for me to kind of figure out, but it's all good now. Okay, next step is you're going to take this paper and you're going to just fold it in half in this way. And then you'll see there are two diagonal folds. There's this one and this one. You can see them, two diagonal folds. You're going to start with your left, bring this edge here to that first diagonal crease that's right next to it and just kind of line it up. I hope that weirdness doesn't bite me later. It's a little off. Same thing, bringing the right side bottom edge to that first diagonal crease. Just gonna bring it right up there and then give it a nice crease. Use your folder if you need. Okay. Now the next thing is you're going to take this piece, you're going to take it and pivot it up on this crease here. Just going to pivot it up, and I'm going to just take this and reverse this and squash the fold down so it looks like a kite sitting on top of that. Okay, you're going to do the same thing on this side. Take this piece, kind of fold it, and then take your fingers, put it inside the piece here, the layer, and then just lay it flat. Now you have this. Okay, so you pretty much have all your creases. Only going to be a couple more creases, and then it's just all kind of assembling. You will need some glue. I use glue. It's in the other videos I didn't see anybody gluing, but I'm going to be gluing because it is cardstock and it doesn't hold together as well. And I'll be showing you just a little technique to punch a hole through the thicker paper. So now what you're going to do is you've got it, and you're going to take it, and you're going to just take this first part here, or this side with this flap, and you're going to just not make any new creases, but you can see I'm going to just bring this crease and lay it right on top of that. And what I'm going to do is just kind of reinforce that by just kind of bringing those together. And I'm going to take this flap and I'm just going to fold it as far as I can down. And do the same thing on the other side. Now this is if I wasn't going to be gluing, but I'm going to be gluing. I'm just going to do this before the gluing though, just to show you what the folding sequence is. I'm just taking this, I'm not making any new creases. You can see these are just existing creases. I'm going to kind of reinforce them, and I'm going to bring it around and fold that triangle that's sticking out as far down as it'll go. And then now the box is ready to put together, but it needs some gluing before we do anything because I just find it's much easier. So I'm going to just glue these. So this part right in here, this little area, I just need to glue, take that like wedge here and this one here, the parts that are laying flat on the paper, you'll see what I mean, and the triangle flap. And it doesn't have to be a lot of glue, I'm just putting a little bit. So I'm avoiding all this area here, but I'm doing this spot, okay? And then just lay it down and let that glue bond, and then take your triangle flap and press that down and let that bond before you take it apart. But there it is, it's bonded now. And now I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Just open it up, put the glue on this panel here, and this one. And not on, I guess you could put it on here too, it wouldn't hurt. But you just want to don't want to go farther than this, in this part here. It wouldn't hurt to put it if you get it on the inside, actually. So I'm just gonna put a little dabs of glue, doesn't have to be a lot, enough to just kind of get those papers to behave, to stick. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing like I did before. I'm just putting that back down where it was. I'm gonna just kind of let it bond and then take that flap and push that down. I love that little hint of the flowers. Now that I see it, I just think it looks really pretty. You can also glue the inside if you want your little triangle flaps on the inside to kind of stay down. I could have done this before, but I'm just going to do a little bit of glue on that inside flap just so that it will stay down. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. You can kind of see, I'm lifting it up, putting a little glue, just a little bit, and then just putting it back down. Okay, so there, those are stuck now inside there. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I've got some little clips because now it's going to get harder to, it's getting a little bit smaller in the inside, so I can barely do what I need to do. So I've got my clips, and what I need to do is take these folds, they're already reversed, but I need to reverse these folds and press them together, press these sides together. And I'm going to do this on both sides. Reverse, push, make those folds go inside, and then press it together. You can see the box is already done, but it just seems like if I wanted to, I could put it together now, but then the sides don't stay together very well. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take these corners or these little spots, and I'm going to squeeze some glue on there. And I'm just putting enough glue to kind of secure that, and then I'm going to press these together. And since I'm going to make sure they line up before there we go, like best I can, there we go. And then you can take a clip or something. It's getting harder because my fingers are not little, but I'm able to secure those sides. You can see I just kind of clipped it inside, okay? And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just put some glue on there, on just these little triangles, and once you do that, let me just put that away there. Once you do that, just kind of press it together. And mine's a little off kilter. It might be because it was a little off kilter, but that's okay. It's still going to work just fine. I'm going to now get this inside pushed together, and then I'm going to use my clip to secure it. And it really doesn't need to be on there very long, but just enough to bond these sides together. But here, there's the box. I love this little flap, triangle flap. It's really sturdy. It's beautiful for like a yarn size gift or a cupcake. Oh, I think a cupcake. A nice cupcake would be nice. I like it even open like this if you're not going to close it up. It's a really interesting, could be a flower vase cover. Now let me give it a second here. I'm just going to give it a second for this to bond before I show you the next step. What you'll need though is something that you can, like a cardboard or something like a self-healing mat. I also have a Japanese screw punch. You can use, something to punch a hole. It's just too thick of paper to go through to use with a regular hole punch. So I'm going to use this Japanese screw punch. And I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm just taking the clips off. It should be bonded just fine. Isn't that cute? And now I'm going to take these and kind of take the clips and re-clip it because it tends to want to just go where it wants to go. I'm just going to do it just clip it together. So now with the clips in place, now I can take this box. I'm going to center the punch right on the center crease there, and I'm just going to kind of pushing. These screw punches are amazing. They go through lots of layers, and you can tell if you've gotten through the layers. I wish I could show you from the side, but you just push down. And what it does, let's see if it's gone through yet. Nope, almost. But you can go through thick things of cardboard with this. There we go. See how it went through just fine? I love these, and you can find these. I've seen them everywhere now. It used to be one place only had them, and now I've seen them around. So Japanese screw punch, look for one. And they're not that expensive. So there's the box. It's held together and with a square bottom. I love this. And then what I like to do is have some fun with it. Like I think to tie it off, I'm going to get a different piece of string. And I found this string. I love this stuff. Got this on Amazon. It's a 1 millimeter baker's twine. I don't know where it's made. It looks like it's made in China. But it's really cool. I got it in several colors, and I love it. So I'm going to take this string. I'm just going to kind of make a loop to go on the end like this. And now I'm just going to feed it through the front, what I call the front, and I'm going to go through the back hole, and then I'm just going to take it that loop and bring the ends up, and there it is. It holds together beautifully. You can see it just holds beautifully. Now, one more little thing that I love to do, because I'm loving making these watercolor flowers. I have to just show you. These are these watercolor flower focal points. I've been painting for like a crazy person for a long time. I just love them. That is fun. I'm going to put this one on there because I think that's just perfect. So this will be, I'm going to decide where I want it. Like there maybe? Yeah. Now I'm going to take a piece of double-sided foam tape, 3M foam tape. I'm going to stick it on the back of my flower. And these flowers are made with 140-pound watercolor paper, so they're nice and cardstock weight. And I'm going to just kind of line it up again the way I want it. And I'm just going to put it right on that box. And look at that. Isn't that the cutest little gift box? And I just love that you can probably hang these if you wanted to. You can make them in different sizes. I just think these are really, really fun. So there you go. And this one I put some beads on it and just a little different thing. With this one, the beads you can't go any farther than how far the beads will go. So, but still, it's kind of a neat little closure, and you can just take them and just pull them and it closes just fine. This one, I may add beads, I may not. This one is a double closure. This one's a double closure one, which is a little, I don't know. It's not good if you want to keep opening and closing it. It's probably got to be rethought, but there you go. I hope you enjoyed this fun tutorial on how to fold a really fun three-dimensional, well, an odd shaped, I don't know, I'd call this a quirky gift box. I don't know. It's just a different shaped box. It could be a purse. You could add handles and it could be a really cute little handbag. So there you go. 30 centimeters, a little bit of glue, a bone folder, and you are ready to make some boxes. I hope you enjoy your day.